Let's get it. Let's get it. My computer fucking up. Oh, I can't be swearing. My computer messing up. What's that? Yeah, I need my keyboard. That's why. Wow. Did my batteries come out? I dropped it moving this desk.
Yup, they sure did.
My batteries. Let's go. Let's go. Let's talk about this personal credit. 2021. Talk about personal credit. We talk about FaceTimes and all that. Y'all can, you know how to book me. FHC Bank Group at Gmail. What up, bro? That's my guy. I sent you an email about my appointment. For sure, I'm going to get to my email. I'm going to get to it. Yeah, man, that's a lot of questions, man. I wish no crypto today, just personal credit, 2021. My strategies, man, like I tell people, man, a lot of people ask me about age corporations, business, trucking, cannabis. If y'all know me, y'all been following me, I always use credit as a tool anytime I do business. That's all I talk about. Oh, damn, I did say 3:30. Well, I meant to say 3 p.m. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. If you want, you got to email me about that. Any mentorship, just email me. Man, I don't be expecting all these questions, man. Let me get to it, man. Personal credit, man. I like to tell people, get your personal credit right before you even step into business funding and stuff like that, because a lot of stuff is changing, and it's changing more towards the bank statement. It's a lot of bank statement funding out here. Now, if you can move money through your bank account, you can really get funding, and you can get funding a lot faster. So you don't even have to have a perfect credit score. But if you can show what you've been doing in the last 6 months, and you got 5 accounts with positive history for the past 6 months, you could turn around and use that with a corporation to get funding. It's a lot of fintech companies or third-party finance companies that's actually funding business off their bank statements and their cash flow. So, yes, basically, when you're doing this stuff, you want to have all your, whatever you want to call the algorithm, data points, you want to have all that stuff lined up. I see a lot of people thinking just because they have a 700 score, they're about to go get 100,000. That's actually not the case, because you can have a 700 credit score, and it could be with 1A or 2 AUs with a weak credit score. So I like to tell people I don't even do revolving accounts unless they're going to be at least a 5K limit, because you never want to put yourself in a box when you get these small secure cards or small unsecured cards like a Capital One $300 card, Credit One Bank. I stay away from all that. And I'm going to get to the questions later. I just want to talk about personal credit because I say y'all from a lot of questions from me. And some of my strategies I use is all personal credit, even some of the gray areas. Y'all see me posting some of the gray areas I do. It's all off credit. And the people that actually pay me is I teach them those gray areas. It's not always a method. It's not always soft. It could be a simple gray area that you can make a lot of money with. That's why my students have been happy, because, we've been taking advantage of these gray areas and actually building funding to invest, because at the end of the day, everybody always talk about me, what sauce we got? Oh, yeah, you definitely want to have a mixture of revolving and installment accounts. But I said I don't want to have no low revolving accounts. So if you listen and pay attention, I don't want no small revolving accounts. I don't want no $300 to $500 revolving accounts. Not at all. I want $5K to $10K revolving accounts. So that's why I stay away from revolving. And two, my credit history is looking a certain way. So like I was just saying, everybody hit me up about sauce methods and stuff like that. That's cool and all, but the best method to me is owning a successful small business. And coming from certain areas, it's hard to get that done. But if you have good personal credit and the correct strategy, you'll be surprised that a business with a lot of customers can get you anything. So I say these methods can get you. If you want nice shoes or a nice house, nice car, a whole bunch of money, A small business can get you that. See me? That's why I built a small business, so I can continue to be able to grow my wealth and continue to, invest in different opportunities. I don't just chase money, chasing the wave. No, when I did chase waves, I made money, but then eventually that wave stopped and it was over. So, like I say, let's focus on personal credit in 2021. A lot of stuff that used to work don't work no more. So I stay away from the credit sweep and stuff like that. I like to build my credit or do credit repair a certain way, for sure. When I'm doing my credit repair, first thing I do, I contact the people that say I owe them. Because anytime you trying to dispute or go to war, I feel like it's a war because you reporting stuff on my credit and that's stopping me from getting funding to build my empire. So I'm at war with you. So I want to know, what do you have on me? What actually do you have on me? So I'm going to write that the person that I owe, that say I owe them, and I ask them, what do you have on me? It's a specific way I write it, and I give that to my paid students and my paid mentors, and it's a little bit harder for me to explain that. But I write them and I just see what they got on me. And depending on what they have on me is how I respond to that creditor. Because it's different loopholes that you can get stuff removed from you. So basically, you want to know what they have before you even dispute with the credit bureaus. Me, I want to know what this original creditor got on me. You say I owe you money. First, you got to prove it, and I want to see if you can prove it, because that's a strategy that you can get negative items removed from right there. So with that being said, first step is talking to the original creditor, seeing exactly what type of documentation, what type of paperwork they got on you. And I got a little bit more detailed strategy for my paid mentors. I ain't trying to say on them right now. I ain't getting all detail into it. Why? So that'd be my first step. And then, of course, when you cleaning your credit, you want to only have one address on there, one phone number, one employer. And me, when I'm cleaning credit, I'll make sure that phone number and that address and that employer is not attached to any negative accounts. So if you got an employer, a phone number, address attached to negative accounts on your report saying you live there, it's so easy for them to verify that account. So that's the game right there. You got to understand that address. Hey, shout out to my boy. He said my mentorship is worth it. You ain't gonna find nobody else on YouTube. I don't know. I'll be looking for people on YouTube that I can pay that can actually make me smarter, because I'm not the smartest guy in the world at all. So let's get back to it. So like I say, you don't want to have no addresses that's attached to your credit profile that's attached to negative accounts. Not at all. I wouldn't do that because that don't make sense to me, because it makes it easy to verify. And everybody know about the second party creditors or secondary credit agencies, how the credit bureaus use them to verify you and your information. So what would be smart to do there? Freeze them. You can freeze them or you can opt out. And a lot of people know that. That's one thing you want to do, because if they're going to verify your negative information, why not opt out or freeze them? So it makes it easier when you go on to war to the credit bureaus. It makes them have to work a little bit harder. So that's something smart, and that's something my partner was talking about in one of my other live videos. I'm just trying to put y'all on some stuff like that. Shout out to him 500, man. I like him. He's a young brother that built a community, basically, doing what he do. He teaching recession proof and, building credit, starting business. Pretty much what I do, Seb. He got his strategy because he was in Atlanta. He did it his way. I got my strategy because we come from different places and I do it my way. But we both saying the same message. Use your credit to better your life. I just teach you my strategies on how I do it. So, I got a little bit of sauce on mine, a few gray areas, because, I always took risks. So I had gray areas with mine. I ain't saying he ain't taking no risks. I don't really know him like that. But I took a lot of risks when I was doing stuff. Y'all know about that with some of my old videos. So like we were saying, secondary credit agencies, you want to freeze them because you don't want to let them basically help the credit bureaus verify your account. So you want to freeze and opt out of them. That's just a tool you want to do. So, yeah, you can buy a business that's for sale, but I ain't asking too many questions or whatever. Yeah, for definitely, man. I feel like you can find all the info you need for credit repair to a certain extent. But that's why I'm giving you my strategy. That's why a lot of people on YouTube, they don't tell you to go attack the original creditor. If they do, I haven't found them. But it's a certain way I attack the original creditor too. I'm not sharing that in this video because, that's a whole nother strategy my paid mentees get. But I think it's worth it because it works for me, and some of my paid mentors will tell you that. But basically, let's get back to it. You want to freeze the secondary credit agencies, for sure. For sure, because you don't want to let them help you. And like I said, you only want one phone number on there, one address, and one employer, and you want to make sure that they're not connected to a negative account once again. So that's the ways when you disputing accounts and you trying to get negatives removed, you got to remember that. Before you even dispute account, you got to know that. So, and when you dispute an account, you got to understand this. Like, you can't just be like, just remove this account. Because let's say, if you don't want to go to work, right? You could call off, be like, I ain't coming to work. And they're going to be like, what? But if you call off your job and you be like, I ain't coming to work because my son is sick, and you got proof of that, it makes that your boss like, okay, you excused. So if you disputing, if you like, I need you to remove this account, it's inaccurate, and this is how it's inaccurate, and that's something I teach with my personal credit mentor, just with my wealth course strategies course, period. But that's something I teach right there on how to dispute the right and accurate account. Not going to look for inaccurate, not looking for inaccurate stuff in the account, because it is going to be inaccurate stuff that you can find in accounts that you can dispute. But I'm a little slick with it. I kind of make the account inaccurate. That's a whole different ball game. Some of my students know who paid me understand what I'm talking about. So, no, you don't want to dispute your CPN and fucking all over again. You crazy, my guy. Hell no. Say dispute a CPN and fucking all over again. Nah, man. We trying to get rich, man. We trying to get some real pay, man. We ain't just trying to get no quick money to blow it, man. And shout out to my boy Von to go, man. He do a lot of credit repair. Like I was just saying, we just talking about personal credit repair because I like it, because personal credit repair will get you $50K. You laid on the SBA sauce, my guy. It's ways to get SBA loans, but the sauce is gone, man. It's 2021, my baby. You missed that wave. That's why I'm trying to teach you on how to build your personal credit to get $50K, because that ain't going nowhere. It ain't going nowhere. Getting $50K and actually investing correctly ain't going nowhere. That's how you go from poor to actually getting rich, because everybody know, what do rich people have in common? Not they trade crypto, no. What do they all have in common? They all have customers. I always preach that. They all have customers. Yes. Yeah, y'all be throwing me off, man. I'm trying to teach y'all some stuff on personal credit. I'm trying to teach y'all shit that's going to last y'all forever. Not no quick plays. Like, everybody know the phone plays. There's always a way to get that. That's cool and all. But we talking about building personal credit to get out of survival mode. That's why a lot of y'all asking for quick sauce, and y'all need quick money because you in survival mode. You want that quick sauce to go pay some bills, or I don't know, some people want quick sauce just to put on Instagram and say they popping, or to get a girl, or whatever that is. But my thing is, you want to get out of survival mode. You don't want to be that guy and say, I need a quick loan, I need a quick play. I remember being that person. It wasn't fun because any scammer can come scam you, and that's why people be thinking everything's so sweet, because they get off a person that's talking about back end money and bettering themselves for a quick play, and then they get scammed on that quick play and be mad because you in survival mode. So it's easy to steal from you. That's why I don't do stuff like that. That's why you notice how many people DM me or email me and I don't hit them back right away, because I'm actually helping people that pay me. So you don't want to just focus on living in survival mode, man. That ain't fun. You get quick money, you go blow it and look for the next quick money. You ain't gonna never get rich like that. You want to put your brain in creative mode. Like follow meditation. Google about survival mode and creative mode. Because when your brain in creative mode, that's why you able to do different things, make a lot of money, and create shit to change the world. Like Michael Jackson had a whole oxygen chamber that he used to use to help himself meditate so he could sleep so his brain can be in creative mode, you know? You don't want to be running around here in survival mode. Yeah, you blow more money on the sauce than you make on the plays. Yeah, like we was talking about, though. Yeah, I want y'all to, because the key thing to getting rich is mindset. Rich people don't run around trying to make quick sauce, trying to make quick plays. I ain't gonna say we, because I'm poor like y'all. Or poor like us. I ain't gonna say y'all, because some of y'all are rich, I'm poor. So what I notice as a poor person, I see the rich people that don't run around looking for quick plays. I hang around the rich people. And what they do is they look for safe investments. When you got a whole bunch of money, you ain't trying to make no quick plays. You looking for safe investments that you can earn money on. Because if you don't pay interest, if you don't earn interest, you're going to pay interest. That's the old saying. So, back to what I was saying. That's why I say personal credit. Personal credit is the key to me, is getting out of survival mode, because that's how I got out of survival mode. That's how I'm able to read so many books all day. I read a lot of books, listen to a lot of audio books, because that's how you know what's going on. And I follow stuff that I know that's winning. If I know if it's winning, that makes me want to invest in these things. No, I ain't called you poor. I call me poor, man. Get off that, man. We focus on getting rich. It ain't about where you at now. It's about where you going. I started off poor. A lot of people start off poor. It's about getting out of poverty, and that's mindset. That's not looking for quick money to go splurge or quick money to pay a bill. It's looking up with it's coming up with a strategy to actually get customers. And to get customers, you don't want to just get customers and get off when your customer walk out the building like, oh man, he just got over on me. No, you want to get customers that customers that's going to basically, when you walk out the door, you're going to feel good about it. They're going to feel good. An offer where people can't say no to you, man. That's the things you want to do. Like, you literally want to focus on getting customers, because when you got customers, they laugh. That's why I don't scam people, because you know how many people done pay me $1,000 over and over to talk to me? Hey, why you think I don't care about getting any new customers? Like, for example, a guy just said I'm scamming people. How? I got 240 people watching my live. You know, and people like that got dumb mindset, and he gonna be poor forever just because of his mindset. He can get a whole bunch of money, but his mindset is gonna throw him off, because like literally your mindset can screw everything up. You gotta focus on really being able to start a business to serve people. Everybody be like, oh, I don't want to work no more, but sometimes when you start a business, you work more than you ever worked in your life. But if you love what you're doing and you giving people great offers where they can't refuse and people are happy about it, you're going to feel good about yourself and you're going to make more money. That's what they don't tell you in business. Everybody tell you just, everybody going to tell you, start a business, make $20K a month, make $50K a month, make $20K a month. You all crazy, man. We ain't gonna focus on him. That's what people tell you, because that's because they want your money, man. Like, everybody wants your money for sure. It's like, I only ask for y'all money because y'all ask for my time. Like, how you gonna ask for my time? Maybe like, how you do this or how you do that and don't want to pay me? Because it's obvious I got something you want, so of course I'm gonna charge you. And then the information I got is so valuable, and I don't even go crazy. I know some people that charge $10,000, $15,000 for mentorships. I don't even do that, because I can explain to you in an hour on how to get your mindset right, how to correctly clean your personal credit so you can get into business credit, so you can start funding, and how to actually invest. Because look, I done had a trucking company. See, what y'all don't know, my daddy drove trucks for 20 years. My brother was a truck driver for 10 years. So that's why I was able to, and I did credit for years. So that's why I was able to finance a truck, put my brother in it to drive and make money. And it's crazy. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that in a second. And it's crazy. That's how I made money with my first trucking business. He said he been following me since I had 10K followers. You had 100K now. Shout out to him. So, Damn, maybe so many questions. I can't even get into all these questions. That's why I'm explaining, like, I think what's important to me. To me, what's important to me and what changed my situation, even if I ain't the richest, but I'm doing very well, but personal credit. I got out of survival mode. Like, I got out of survival mode. My first year in trucking, man, I made $100K in a year. And that was dope to me because growing up in school, my teachers always be like, man, you ain't going to make it. You ain't going to make it. And they said if you make $200K a year, that's a good job. So me thinking if I had one truck making $100K a year, I need 5 trucks. But I eventually learned how to make $250K a year off one truck. So of course, when I had 4, I made $1 million a year. And that's pretty much how I did the trucking, man. It's not hard. It's all about getting your first truck. No, I don't use affidavits. Nope, I don't. It's all about getting your first truck, for sure, for sure. All right, we ain't gonna get into trucking business. Let's get back to the personal credit. Like we said, when we disputing, I keep hearing this mentor. My mentorship do go crazy because I could teach you how to go from working a regular job to acquiring capital and starting your own business, making money. And it take time. And it don't take a lot of money because I done spent a lot of money doing it. It took me a lot longer because I ain't had nobody to teach me. So I don't like they say, ain't no get rich quick schemes. It's the ways you can get capital in 90 days, but that take a lot of work. That take a lot of work. Man, if I could answer all these questions, I would, because some of these questions are going to take me to a whole nother conversation. No, I don't really want to start a record label. Nope. How did I get into e-commerce? I hired people that was making a lot of money at e-commerce to teach me. Yeah, because definitely, basically a cheat code to beat life. That's what I got, for sure, because I feel like I do very well. I'm doing better than all my high school teachers, all my college professors, you know. Y'all just see me take that class at Harvard Law School, and I'm taking those classes so I can get on Harvard's environment and start talking to different professors and different rich people and different people that's doing good. That's what it's about. So anyways, man, like I say, personal credit, you go to war with these collection agencies and these creditors. So the first thing you want to do is write them, and you want to actually know what they got against you before you even start disputing with the credit bureau. So literally, that's one thing right there. And I talked about that. And I talk about you don't want to have an address that's on your credit report that's attached to negative accounts and saying you live there. So that's another key thing right there. And you don't want to have these secondary credit agencies reporting, helping the credit bureaus against you. Then you got to learn how to use the Consumer Finance Protection Bureau. Because if the credit bureau's not doing what they're supposed to do, that's when that company can turn around. You can use them to enforce the credit bureaus. And if they still don't want to move, you can go to small claims court, and you can take a creditor to court if they don't have the proper documents that's reporting negative stuff on your credit report, and they're not giving you the proper response like the law says. That's when you do your job and take them to court. That's why when people say you could give everything off in 30 days, don't believe that, because everybody's credit report is different. So you definitely have to use the law. And I hire lawyers. I don't know everything about law. So of course, when I'm going to court, I'm going to hire a lawyer. I'm not about to just go in there like I know everything. That's why I usually be successful. I got my credit up, of course, and I start hiring professionals. So look what we covered already. I wasn't here to try to teach y'all everything about personal credit. I'm just trying to give y'all insights on how you should prepare your personal credit, even if you don't want to pay nobody, because like I said, I'm a teacher. Didn't know I was going to grow up to be a teacher. Just I wanted the loan, so I had to figure out how to get it. So I teach y'all the strategies that I use to get it. So it's a lot of trade line companies out there, a lot of them out there. Have nothing but emergency room bills, bro. Any advice? What you need to do is scale down on your living, and you need to start meditating and save some money, because if you live in check to check, that's because of your decisions you're making. Just because you make $500 a week don't mean you have to spend all that money every week. Why not get a roommate? Why not do what you got to do? Because sometimes that's why some people take risks scamming and selling drugs, because they don't want to scale down on their living. If I could do it over and over, I'd just scale down on my living. and just use that extra money to build personal credit. It's not hard to get 25K credit card from Navy. Y'all know that. Or a credit union. When you got a 25K credit card, or you got good enough credit to go finance a car, to put it on Toro, and that car makes you an extra $200-300 a month, and you can ride in that car. First, you got to get out of survival mode. So you got to use credit to get out of survival mode. It ain't just about making money just to pay no bills. You got to get out of survival mode. Because you can get quick money to pay your bills and be back broke. Damn, I told y'all 3:30 and I got on here at 3. That's crazy. That's because I'm doing a giveaway today. I'm going to the mall. I'm going to buy a whole bunch of shoes for the kids. And I'm about to give away free shoes to kids in my environment. I do stuff like that. So I gotta go to the mall. I already told them I was gonna do it. I don't wanna, look crazy. So that's something I gotta do. But anyway, let's get back to this personal credit. Personal credit is the way to get out of survival mode. And like I say, you want to dispute, you want to add 5. I like to do installments account. I don't do revolving accounts unless I can get big revolving accounts. So I do installment accounts, 5 of them with 6 months history. Then I add an authorized user. That's when I go for funding. When my credit is clean, I got at least 3 to 5 accounts with 6 months history, authorized user on it to make it look good. Then I go for funding. I don't go for funding just because I got bill money and I'm trying to invest in a house tomorrow. No, you got to get yourself in position before you go ask a bank for money. Just because you need it don't mean they're going to give it to you. So that's why you can't be running around. I see half people be posting on Instagram at every birthday party, trying to act like they got it, and then hit me up, say, I need bill money or I need a quick play. Dog, you can't live like that. I ain't knocking you, but you're never going to get ahead like that. You can't. Yeah, you can't. You can't. So literally, I'm telling y'all, get out of survival mode. I'm posting this on YouTube for y'all, man. I got to. But get out of survival mode, man, and use personal credit to do it. Because if you're a player or you just smart, why not take your personal credit, then you turn around, you use it. Yeah, I'm writing off. I'm sorry, I had to cut that off. I'm writing off all this designer shit, these Fendi boots. I'm writing off all that. That's marketing for my e-commerce business. Of course, I'm writing that off. I don't even want to spend it, but I'm not about to give it to the government. I gotta buy stuff. That's one thing about taxes. When you start making money, you have to buy things you like, so you don't have to give it to the government. I'm gonna buy so much stuff so it don't look like I got no income, so I ain't gotta pay no taxes because they tax you on your income. So when you do business expenses, man, you gotta talk to a CPA. That's a whole nother game. Let me get back to this personal credit. Remove and inquire after they verify the actual consent to pull my credit. See, when I usually remove inquiries off, I'll write them a letter and I'll let them know I didn't give them the permission to pull my credit report. And it's just a certain letter template I use. And it's hard for me to talk it because I make a lot of mistakes when I talk it. But when I'm writing it, it's way easier. And it's easy to find an inquiry template online or whatever and just write it. Do it custom. Don't never do a dispute letter, the one they got correctly online. Make it custom to your situation. And, write it in handwriting. It's the one way that I remove all negative accounts. That's why people pay me for my mentorships. And it's too hard for me to break it down right here on this live because I would rather show you some of the stuff and some of the examples I did. I mean, a few people that pay me, they know and they understand. High utilization is bad credit. That's why you use business credit so you don't have high utilization. Because when you got high utilization on business credit, you can always use your great personal credit to actually co-sign a personal guarantee in another corporation. Definitely. Yeah, CPN still on when you're using it for certain stuff. So I don't like CPNs because there's no longevity in CPNs. If you're using it to do something quick and get out, for sure. But basically, like I say, back again, I know I keep saying the same thing, but use your personal credit to get out of survival mode. Definitely. And that's getting $50K in personal funding. Don't use that personal funding to invest, but just it gets you out of survival mode. And if you got $50K in personal funding, it's easy to start getting business funding to go get $100 to $200K so you can start investing. That's my whole goal. That's why I talk about credit, because credit is the long end. Yeah, I was doing all the loan conversions years ago. Airbnb is always going to be popping off. Even if you don't use Airbnb, you got to learn how to be in position to get a property and give a great offer to people that's vacating in your town. And you can run Google ads, Facebook ads. You can do what Airbnb doing. They teach us to depend on these companies when we can use the same tools these companies are using to make a lot of money. That's why I brag about Fiverr a lot. Fiverr come with a lot of professionals that you can use to work for your company for cheap. Like, you'd be surprised what you can do on Fiverr. If you know enough about Facebook ads, take a course. Then you can hire somebody on Facebook or on Fiverr to do your Facebook ads because you know enough about it. So in person, I didn't really want to try to sell y'all nothing, low key. So that's why y'all asked me about prices. Then it's making it seem I'm trying to sell y'all something. I'm not trying to sell y'all nothing. So yeah, Equifax is crazy when it comes to inquiry, but it's all about knowing how to write to them. If you're using a regular dispute template that you bought offline, they're going to act funny. But if you're writing them like a concerned individual that actually didn't give a company permission to give the pull their credit, it's different. But when you just get, dog say you got the IDs, hit them. We talking about doing legit personal credit. I ain't mad at you, my bro. Get your money, my guy. They'll be saying you got the IDs and you ain't got them, nigga. Yeah, but I ain't gonna lie. How long? Damn, I told y'all I was getting on here at 3:30 and I'd have been over it for 30 minutes. I be feeling like I'm saying the same stuff. I like to have 5 primaries with installments. Unless you got revolving, make sure they're high limits. If they're not high limits, they're going to put you in that box when you go to business funding to get you small business credit cards. If you're 17, build credit. You want to do as soon as you turn 18. Get you 5 accounts, like I just said, and you want to build 6 months history. You don't want to be in a rush. You don't want to be in a rush at all, man, because when you're in a rush, like you, all right, let me give y'all an example. All the people that want the quick 100,000, quick 50, let me tell you why you don't. Because if you're driving 100 fucking miles per hour in a big ass semi truck and a little kid walk in front of you, hey, it's a wrap. It's over. You can't even slow down and maneuver. But if you're going 50 miles per hour and a little kid stop in front of you, you can slow down and maneuver and not kill that kid. You don't want to rush, because if you got 100K, you can crash your 100K quick fucking it up rushing just because you in so rush to get rich. Ask any rich person or anybody who's self-made millionaire. They take their time. Don't listen to the put-on people. Don't listen to the people that got put on by somebody else like, I got rich overnight. Oh, I ain't never been a worker. Don't listen to them. They got put on. So if you want to get put on, go ask somebody to put you on. But if you want to build it, self-made, what makes you feel better when you your own boss, because you are a CEO. As a CEO, you got to hire people to make you, to run your company, to make you more profitable. But you got to know what product are you selling, because you got to have customers. If you're in the cannabis, you're selling cannabis. If you're in the trucking, you're selling shipping service. If you're in a nightclub, you're selling tickets. If you're in a rapper, you selling tickets, because music is free for real. So you got to know how to get customers, whatever you're doing. And how do you get customers? Having a great offer. Like my customers, when I built my cannabis companies, they couldn't say no to the offer I created. So that's why I had so many customers. And I had so many customers, that's how I made so much money. Because that's what y'all want, money, right? Customers bring you money. Not the nigga that's under the comments talking about iPhones, IDs, and shit like that. No, the pros and that shit is temporarily. What makes you money is having a lot of customers. Because none of these niggas down here is richer than Amazon. Amazon operated at a profit for 7 years. So they can become a profitable company. See, look at the person right here. They talking about CPNs $100 a day because they don't know what to do with a CPN. That's why they selling it to you for $100 because they need customers. They need your money, and you are their customer. You get what I'm saying? That's why. And they see they see 300 people under my live, and they looking to make $100 from each one of y'all. So I ain't mad at them, but that's what they doing to build customers. But I wouldn't be doing it in the CPN because ain't no longevity in it. There's no longevity in the CPN. So you spending your whole time trying to sell CPNs now. What you going to be doing 5 years from now? Looking for a quick wave. I just be going by what I know, and you can say whatever you want to say. I've been around for a while. I watch people get rich. I watch people go broke, and I've been straight for a minute. So you don't want to sell products that's not longevity. Anybody that's selling CPNs right now, and that's their main product, something wrong with them. Because them 10 years ago, like why would you want to buy a 10-year-old product? And you can't even use it like you used to be able to use it. Like, so that game is burnt out. That's why I tell people, Age Corporation, if you trying to help folks, you wouldn't have said $100 for CPNs. CPNs, you can get them bitches free for real. So that's not trying to help people, man. Don't do that, man. Come on, man. I'm no dumb. Now you trying to play more intelligent. If you was trying to help people, you would have came on here, free CPNs. I ain't saying you don't. I'm just telling you came on this live trying to make money, not trying to help people. I'm on here giving free sauce trying to help people. You came on here trying to sell something. Like, y'all, man, I'm no dummy, man. That's why I have for the people, y'all say crazy stuff, I don't even respond because I know at the end of the day, like, it's a difference from helping people and selling somebody something. Like, I'm giving away a lot of free sauce. I gave away a whole bunch of free sauce. So I just started charging people because people start asking me how much for your time? Teach me. So if you want my time, I got to charge you. Then I actually make a lot of money. So I was doing $5 phone calls, but it don't add up to my lifestyle living. So for me to stop doing what I'm doing to help you, pay me $1,000. For example, a lawyer costs $1,500 to go to court and do stuff like that. Yeah, I told you a stat because you came in my DM. I didn't go on your live and say $1,000 mentorships. So you get no more of my energy because look how dumb you are. You say stupid stuff. I charge you $1,000 because you came on my shit. And I probably didn't even want to sell you nothing because I'm busy doing my own investments, doing my live videos like you. You get what I'm saying? But look at you. You so busy in defense mode, like I say, survival mode, trying to make that $100. You in survival mode. You can't even think about what you're doing. I'm not in survival mode, not trying to make no quick $100. I'm in creative mode. So that's why I'm going live and I'm teaching people that don't know nothing about personal credit, trying to teach them some of the strategies I use to fix my personal credit to get out of survival mode so I don't be under people's lives saying $100 for CPNs. But if you had a food truck, go get customers for your food truck. Why are you trying to get customers under my live? That's what I be meaning about people. You gotta understand, like, you got to understand how to get out of survival mode, man. Don't be in survival mode. That's one of the main things because you look crazy when you in survival mode. Then you try to talk to somebody in creative mode, it don't even make sense. That's why a lot of rich people don't deal with poorer people because when you in creative mode, you thinking about creative. You ain't thinking about making no quick money. You thinking about making... You're thinking about starting businesses that's going to help other people or serve other people or change the world. Like when he created the Facebook app, he made $1 billion. It wasn't about the money. He made a way for people to communicate in social media. You know what it is. Of course it's worth $1 billion. He didn't just try to make some quick money. See, that's what you got to understand. Go watch the social media, whatever that movie called. I'm telling you, man. Get me out of survival mode. I mean, how you get out of survival mode, it ain't about having money get you out of survival mode. Because a lot of people get money and go spend it right and be right back in survival mode. So getting out of survival mode is getting your mindset. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get your mindset right to get out of survival mode. And that's basically having upfront money so you can build your personal credit. A lot of people be like, man, I don't want to work no job. I ain't got no money. No, you got to get your upfront money from somewhere. Me, I started off as a slave. I know you in survival mode line. You just said you sell CPNs for $100. You got crypto popping and Chuck, man, you can't be good at all that stuff and you got time to be under my live. Man, shut up, man. Oh my God. I love y'all, man. Y'all say some of the dumbest stuff. Please unfollow me, please. Go start your own chat group and sell your $100 CPNs then. Please. Please, man, please, man. Tell me, man, do you still commenting, man? You still commenting, man. Please, go and follow me, man. It's just certain things. You just went from selling $100 CPNs to making $3,000 on crypto, all this other shit. Like in 5 seconds, why you ain't come up over here trying to teach people how to do crypto? You selling $100 CPNs, but you know how to do crypto. That don't even make sense, man. Only way I sell a CPN is somebody asks me for it. And because I take my time building the motherfucker. But other than that, you sound crazy. You went from selling $100 CPNs to doing crypto to having a trucking company, a food company. That means you bad at all of it, probably. You ain't getting no money at none of it. Last time I checked, Floyd Mayweather was great at boxing. That's why he's rich at it. And then he used his money to get into other things. Like me, I got great at credit. So I was able to get into cannabis and trucking. So... oh, man. Y'all crazy, man. Y'all be saying, not y'all, but some individuals are crazy, man. It be funny as hell to me. Yeah, just keep learning. That's what you should do. Just keep learning, man. You throwing me off, man. We need to be learning, man. I've been on here, I told people 3:30, and I've been on here for 45 minutes already. But I'm going to drop this on YouTube. I'm doing straight, man. We ain't talking about me. We just talking about how we can use personal credit. We ain't talking about how much money I got, man. You definitely can get rich off investments for sure, but you got to have upfront money. Rick Ross sold a lot of records, and he used to be a worker. Rick Ross used to be a worker. He'll tell you. He started off as a CO. Shout out to him. I don't knock that. He started off as a CO, and he used that to get in the studio to make good music. And once he started selling a whole bunch of records, then he started investing. He didn't just become investing. You don't just start investing. You got to have upfront money to be an investor. And I tell people, use your upfront money to get your credit right and use the bank's money to invest. And that's the best way to do it. I didn't knock the individual for doing it. I wouldn't sell no CPNs because they outdated. That's all I'm saying. I ain't telling you not to sell nothing. You got a food truck and you got crypto, sell that. That's what you should be advertising, not nothing that's outdated. That's what threw me off. What I'm supposed to say? You selling something that's outdated, but you say you own crypto and trucking company. That should be the stuff you're marketing off. Yeah, I wouldn't be selling nothing that's outdated because any smart individual like myself know they outdated. They're going to look at you like an uneducated individual. That's all. You did that to yourself. It's like me getting on here talking about, hey, PPP still popping. PPP popping. SBA, come on, y'all, let's lock in with SBA. That shit over. I look dumb as shit if I got on here and did that. I'm telling y'all about, yeah, like you say, CPNs work, you got to build them up for 6 months. But why build up? First of all, like, do you know what a CPN, y'all, is? A CPN is a fake social security number. And if you get caught using a CPN, you can get a felony. So you want to spend 6 months building a felony up. Okay, that's very smart. I done told y'all bum's credit, that's somebody real social, and he giving you authorized to use his credit. What is wrong with y'all, man? What the fuck? You want to spend 6 months building up a fucking felony? I just said earlier, you get in and out of a CPN. I wouldn't even do that. Why risk the felony when you got a whole bum's credit that you can get cars, apartments off legally? Y'all niggas want to be illegal so bad, and we on the internet. That'd be the weirdest part. You new generation is crazy. I could talk all the shit I want because I got lawyer money, and I'm very educated. I done beat the fucking courthouse a lot, but y'all be weird as shit, man. I ain't even talking about you no more. I was talking about somebody else. I mean, you deserve, why should I lay off you? You deserve it. We saving you. Like, come on. Now you can go home and think about what you did. Focus on your trucking. Yeah, man, don't focus on CPNs ain't illegal. Oh, my God, bro. Yeah, you get off my line. A fake dude. The 1974 Privacy Act, that shit bold. That's over. The 2008 Patriot Act, what it say? You have to use your real Social Security number when you apply at any financial institution. It says that in a Patriot Act. Go read it. That was in 2008. That's when CPNs became illegal. But you don't know that because you're not educated. You just trying to make $100 off that motherfucker. Talking about it ain't illegal. Man, you can Google CPNs right now, see how many motherfuckers got prosecuted for CPNs. I know somebody that went to fucking jail for 6 months for a fucking CPN. You talking about that ain't illegal, man. Y'all crazy, man. No, not y'all. You crazy, man. You commenting like you smart. Goofy. Don't say CPNs ain't illegal. Then you want us to believe you do crypto. You talking about CPNs ain't illegal. Oh, my God. Boy, what is wrong with these kids? For $100 too. You selling a fake social for $100 online. Like, man, weird as shit. Hey, let's get back on topic, man. Sometimes you gotta kick people out the classroom. How Nick Cannon said, kick him out the classroom. Kick him out the classroom. Where Nick at, man? Yeah. Tell Nick to kick him out the classroom, man. Oh, man, whatever, man. Now you got Toro too, man. Boy. Let's get back to this personal credit, man. Like I say, this is personal credit. We'll talk about trucking, crypto, all that another day, man. We'll talk about all that. Let's just talk about personal credit. Like, at least CPNs was about personal credit. At least I stay away from them. At least that person stayed on topic, though. So I give them that. I don't want to talk about crypto, none of that. Not right now. Not right now, because I already get thrown off topic. I don't know. I hope that's a girl saying, Rich, you fine as fuck. I hope that ain't no dude, but thank you if that's a girl. But like I was saying, personal credit, man, 5 accounts. You want to have 5 accounts with 6 months history. Like I said, 5 accounts with 6 months history. And before you dispute with the credit bureaus, you always want to dispute with the original creditor or the collection agency because you want to see what they got and what information do they got on you to even report to credit bureaus. And it's a certain way that I like to talk to them. It's a certain way I like to talk to them when I talk to the original creditors. And I don't do like dispute letters. I create custom letters because at the end of the day, you know, them templates, they don't work, man. The credit bureaus deal with them templates and they got a system that can scan the templates. So you want to handwrite your letters. I always handwrite them. I use ink. I done heard people say, I don't sign my letters either. I don't sign my letters. You don't want to sign your letters, give them your signature. You don't want to do that. So that's how you want to do your dispute letter. Custom dispute letter, you want to write it. You don't want to sign it. And I do send them certified so I can keep track of that. And I always contact the original creditor first. I don't dispute. Yeah, definitely, he right. I don't dispute with the original credit bureaus. You know, first thing I do is dispute with the original creditors or the collection agency, and I never sign. You know, it's funny because I used to sign, you know, and it used to work for me. But when I talked and I got more educated, I stopped signing. That's a whole nother reason. Then they turned my audio off. I mean, it's time to go. Instagram done cut me. Yeah, but I don't know if my audio now. You can remove. See, that's what I'm saying. You can remove and increase yourself for free. You don't gotta pay me. You don't gotta pay me. No, I'm not here to get y'all money. That ain't what it's about. You can do that for free, man. Okay, we back. Like I say, you want to always dispute with the original creditors first, or the collection agencies. Then you freeze the secondary credit agencies. Then you freeze them. Then you freeze the secondary credit agencies. That's how I play it. And then I update with the original, credit bureaus. I make sure I have one address, one phone number, one employer, and I make sure that they're not attached to no negative accounts. So that's some of the steps I use when I'm disputing. But you would notice when you write the original creditor or how they respond to you, what's your next move. That's why I say hire somebody. If not, do your research how to respond to original creditor. So definitely do your research. If not, like I say, I'm a mentor. You could pay me as a mentor. You could pay somebody else. I don't know who the greatest credit repair person out here. I don't know. I just know my stuff been working for a minute. This is what I do. I done cleaned multiple credit profiles where I don't even like doing it no more. So I just teach people now. And I done got so many loans. I just teach people now because I invest my money. So back, like we said, dispute with the original creditor. When you dispute, you want to write it in ink. I don't file bankruptcy. Hell no. Fuck that. That's a lot of work. I know it's a lot of work. That's why when people ask me, I'll be like, $2,500. Yeah, the original creditors are the people you owe. Yeah, the original creditors are the people you owe. You want to dispute with them. When I started building credit, I don't know. I started building credit at 16, but I used my daddy like a profile. My daddy was a profile or a credit partner, because he ain't know. I used my dad credit to buy a whole bunch of houses, and that's how I got rich at 16, literally. Well, I wasn't rich. I thought I was rich because I had $100,000, but that's how I made a lot of money. And I fell off a few times, not all the way broke, but, you know. He said 25 ain't ish. I mean, it take a lot of time to do this shit because you got to write the original creditors. You got to dispute with the credit bureaus, clean up your credit bureaus, get rid of all your goddamn yo bullshit addresses, bullshit phone numbers, bullshit employers. You only want one account. I mean, one phone number, one address, and one employer on there. Make sure they're not attaching no negative accounts. Like we talk about, freezing the secondary credit agencies. Yeah, it's a ways you can dispute stuff out of Texas. It's a way you can strategize and do that too. No, but if you pay the debt, but you still owe that debt. It's still gonna say that it's like you stole something from a store. They still remember you stole it. So you gotta get that debt off your credit report. Ain't nothing wrong with paying it, but you wanna negotiate it and make sure that they remove it. Because sometimes if they got the right information, they can legally report stuff on there and they got your original promissory note, you have to negotiate the debt. You have to sometimes. He said he tried, he seen the results, he know I'm not capped. I mean, I'd have helped a lot of people for sure. That's why I'm on here trying to help y'all now. That's what I'm teaching y'all now. First thing you do is hit up the original creditors. And you write them a certain way. It just, the way I write them is, I barely can talk. I've been messed up on teaching y'all how to write them, but that's why when I charge for my mentorship, I go to my old letters, and because I hired lawyers to help me write my dispute letters, because I ain't want to just, like you say, freeze LexisNexis, Sage, Stream, ARS. Definitely. You always want to freeze the secondary credit agencies. And like dude said, you want to pay for delete. Them different strategies you use. So they never know one strategy. You don't have to pay off student loans because it's the way student loans so sweet because they sell them debts to other creditors and they never keep the promissory note with student loans. So them easy to remove for sure. If you pay the debt, you just got to make sure they're going to remove the debt. And don't pay the whole debt. Pay the debt for pennies on a dollar. You got to know how to negotiate. Just like when you talking to a phone rep to get approved. It's all about negotiation. How do you clean off old data? Usually if it's outdated, they have certain letters that you can write to the credit bureaus about old data that got old outdated data that have to remove. See, one thing about me, I don't have everything in here. I have notes and I have files that I use when I'm attacking certain things when I'm doing credit repair. So that's why when you're doing credit repair, you can't just get one dispute letter. You got to have different, when we go on to war, so you got to have different ammo, different weapons when you go on to war. So I bought different programs, different courses, different dispute letters, hired lawyers, and I use all of that as my arsenal of war when I'm going to war with somebody's credit and I'm trying to remove it. And of course, like I negotiate too, because war is about negotiating too. So that's why I call it war, shit. And do a debt validation letter first before pay to delete. Definitely, for sure. You don't never want to just pay to delete. You want to make sure that they have the proper documents to even report negative shit on your credit. Sometimes people I own a collection agency with a partner, and you could buy debt without even without even a promissory note. Debt is cheaper without the documents. So a lot of people buy debt with the documents without the documents. And it's laws on that where you really not even supposed to be doing that. So that's why I say ain't nothing wrong with hiring a lawyer. That's why you got to have upfront money. Because if you don't for sure know, nothing wrong with hiring a lawyer that's actively dealing with the laws, because they change laws all the time. So that's why when people would be saying something, this ain't illegal, if you ain't an active lawyer in that field, how do you know what's illegal? So I can't say what ain't illegal and what law is that, because I ain't about to run around and act like I'm just this law person. No, I'm smart because I know how to hire the right people with my money. That's why I say you got to have upfront money to do shit. Like you have upfront money to eat and buy clothes. What's wrong with you're an investor, you're a boss. You need upfront money for lawyers, upfront money for advisors. Every king in the world had an advisor that gave him advice. Different advisors around the world. So if you want to be a king, why would you not use your upfront money to have an advisor to teach you how to build credit or teach you how to Do different things. Like every business is different. But I know every business need a lawyer. Every business need a mentor. Every business need a salesperson. Every business need insurance. Every business need an accountant. You're going to need different professionals if you're a CEO. That's why you need upfront money. That's why when people talk about just getting upfront money to go pay bills and do stupid stuff, you'll never be a king. You'll never be a boss. You need upfront money to hire professionals. Like John Rockefeller. He got so rich of selling a whole bunch of oil. Standard Oil is what he got rich. He had a whole bunch of customers. One of the richest people in the world. Whole bunch of customers, right? See, if you went around always looking for sauce and methods, you'll never build a whole bunch of customers and become rich. So, you sauce people, ain't nothing wrong with it, but somebody got to get rich. So, like I said, John Rockefeller had a whole bunch of customers off oil. And he used the money he made off the customers to build credit and get funded and start getting in the banking, start getting into other stuff. There's always going to be different people in this world. Like, you got people on here, I see them conversating about sauce and stuff. They'll never be rich because they chasing money all day. And I don't know no rich motherfuckers that's just rich as hell off sauce. You can get a lot of money off sauce, but to get rich, you got to have customers. Like, let me give you LeBron. LeBron James is rich. You know why? Because he works for the NBA and has a whole bunch of customers. I ain't saying you don't have customers. But if you ain't got a whole bunch of customers to make yourself rich, what are you doing? And I'm talking about customers in a trendy niche, because Blockbuster had a whole bunch of customers. That company don't have customers no more. So you can have a few customers and like you doing something, but you got to be on top of the game, man. I'm just trying to, hey, man, we in school right now. So the people that ain't paying attention, don't act like y'all up or nothing, or why would you be under my live trying to get customers and stuff? So don't act like you got a whole bunch of customers. So they live in Obama hood, they own property. I don't know what y'all talking about. Man, like I said, we talking about personal credit and how to take personal credit to advantage, man. Like, I'm telling you, like, when you in survival mode, man, you build your personal credit up, you get 50,000. Like, for example, I just did an event. Like, because I like partying, I like going to the club. So why would I not do an event and make some money? For example, I hired different promoters to help me sell out a club. Like, when I wasn't busy and I was promoting, I had time to go talk to different girls, sell tickets, convince them to come to my parties. I don't have time to do that no more. So I hired people who I thought that could do that. And only two of those people actually did what they're supposed to do. And that's what I mean about hiring professionals. But I had to hire people to know who I actually can use for my next event. Because when you're trying to throw events, you got to sell tickets. And that's the key to it. And it's funny because one of my promoters, she cool as hell. She like, they don't sell tickets out the club in Detroit. But I was trying to tell her, like, I got people all around the world that will buy tickets for me and support me. So and I use all that off a business line of credit. Because think about it, you get the business line of credit, you book the club, you hire the promoters, and you get your promoter. First of all, you got to have, hold up, man. I be trying to read all these comments, but I can't. This should be lit. I be trying to read all these comments. I'm just trying to teach y'all about personal credit. Yeah, like he said. Hold up. I gotta switch the topic. He got self, kickoff, credit strong, and rent reporters. Them are good credit building accounts. He's absolutely right. Hop on this New York apartment deal with me. For sure. We can do an apartment in New York. Email me the details for sure. Of course, dog watching, man. Nobody was talking about credit until I started talking about building personal credit and doing stuff like that. Nobody was. But yeah, like I say, come on, let's get back. You can book a club with a credit line? Yeah, you can book a club with a credit line. Man, go Google Drake. Go Google Drake and how Drake really blew up, man. I'm about to spill y'all some sauce that y'all don't know about Drake. You listening? Google this. Drake got a $30,000 loan and paid Trey Songz for a feature to go on tour. That's how I met Drake for the first time because, my auntie, she getting real money. She run Canada, so we used to always go to the club, and literally, that's how Dog got on. That's how he really got on, literally. Without that loan that he paid Trey Songz, he wouldn't have went on tour with Trey Songz. He went on tour with Trey Songz for a year and met a lot of industry people and, A lot of stuff that changed the situation by getting that $30K loan and doing that feature with Trey Songz. And he had it on the new joint of the day on BET. He was one of the first independent artists to do that. Shout out to Drake. You see where he at now? All off getting a bank loan and hiring Trey Songz to create a song, and they both had the song and they both went on tour. But hey, Drake ended up getting way bigger because Drake knew how to hire people to do certain things. He's a great writer and a song creator too. Yeah, but he'd tell you he had money from Degrassi. How you think he got that loan? Because he was on that Degrassi show. And he had money, but he was young, but he got a loan. Google it, man. I ain't about to argue with you, man. Google it. When